in this example, we're working in radians again, so I need to make sure my calculator's in radians. Then we look at the equation, and we can see we've got two different functions of trig functions. So I'm going to put them all in terms of sine and cos, because there's no identity leaping out at me. Okay, but I will go straight for the identity for cot that we learnt, which is cos theta over sine theta. And now, because we're not doing an identity, we're doing an equation, I can multiply both sides by sine theta and not have any fractions. Lovely. Then if we look here, we've got a common factor of cos theta, so let's factorise. So we know that each of these can equal 0. So solving cos theta equals 0 in this range, I can just think about my cos graph. Okay, then cos theta is 0 at minus pi over 2 and plus pi over 2. For this one, we have sine theta is negative a fifth, so I'm going to use my calculator to work that one out, and I get theta is negative 0.201 radians. I need to find all my solutions in this range. So I'm going to draw a cast diagram to help me. The sections that I need to look at are the ones where sine is negative. So sine is positive in all and S. So I want these two regions. So I'm going to draw my stick in there, my angle. Okay, and I know that angle is 0.201. Then I think about the range of values. So I'm going from minus pi all the way around to positive pi. So clockwise for negative, anti-clockwise for positive, which means I need this angle here because I've already got that one there. So to get that, I'm going to do my answer from before plus pi. Or I could do negative pi plus 0.201. And that gives me 2.94 radians. If you prefer a graph, then you would sketch your graph for sine. Okay, and the graph for sine between minus pi and pi looks like this. We can draw in our line for negative a fifth, obviously very inaccurately. And our points of intersection are going to be here. And here we know that this distance between 0 and the first intersection is going to be negative 0.201. So by symmetry, we can work out the other intersection by doing negative pi plus 0.201. Okay, remember on your calculator to check, you press options and then calc and then solve n, and we type in the equation. So 5 cos x plus cot is 1 over tan x equals 0. And our variable's called x. We're going from negative pi to pi. And let's see what the calculator gives us, hopefully 4 answers. We get negative 2.94, excellent. And then we've got negative 0.201, great. Now it hasn't given us the other two solutions, okay? But if you wanted to double check, you could substitute pi over 2 in there and you should get the correct answer. Let's have a look on the graph. So we're going to draw the graph of 5 cos x plus cot, so 1 over tan x. Okay, and so we're going to be looking at where it crosses the x-axis. I'm going to make sure that my view window, I better press trig again so I get radians. and I need to definitely go from negative pi to pi. So negative pi to pi. Let's see what happens. Oh my giddy aunt, a bit of a mess. But we just want the roots. So if we do gsolve, root negative 2.94, and then we've also got negative 0.201, and the one it's not showing us, although the graph shows us. Okay, if you look here, the graph is crossing here and here as well. So that will be our negative pi over 2 and pi over 2 values, right in the middle of the range from 0 to pi.